You could die, but you'll be fine. Do you know the way to Carrauntoohil? I had butterflies in my stomach and felt jittery. I was on my way to climb the 4th peak out of something like 49. We're on our way! Carrauntoohil is Ireland's highest peak and stands at 1,038 meters. Normally, that would be a walk in the park, but not this one though. I'd read articles and guides that said this peak was not to be taken lightly. It's not something you just go and do, apparently. Was I really ready for this? Could I do it by myself? I can barely hold it in any longer. Just came from Dublin all the way to Killarney. I am so close to the 4th peak. I am in the garden of the eco hostel I stayed in last night, and I'm just getting ready for the big journey. So all of this was €11. It should last me at least 3 or 4 meals. It's a cute little hostel. It's an eco-friendly hostel. They've got chickens and compost, they've got a garden. It's incredible. It's called the Black Sheep Hostel if you ever want to come. And it was €19 for one night in a 4-bed dorm. Everyone I told my plan to seemed to have a sibling, friend, or long-lost cousin who had an accident or was rescued on Carrauntoohil. Part of me thought it was just the cheeky Irish humour, but another darker part told me it was the truth. As a warm-up for the next day's hike, I decided to walk from Killarney through rural Ireland to Cronin's Yard, which would be my base camp. "24 kilometers later, I arrived at what would be my home for the next 2 or 3 nights. That is the beast that we're trying to climb. Confidence is key. So last night, arrived into Cronin's Yard and was greeted with a massive welcome, which was really great. And got myself prepared, set up, and spoke to a few of the locals who pretty much got rid of my jitters. I was questioning myself, am I able to do this? And the answer is yeah. I feel prepared, I feel confident, I've got all of the necessary tools with me, and I think it's going to be a great day. I feel so at peace this morning. All you can hear is nature. It's incredible, and there's no cell phone reception, so I'm not hearing my phone going off or anything, and the sun is shining. It's a beautiful day in Ireland. So that right there is the Devil's Ladder. It's the fastest route up to the top, and I say this because there are many routes that you can take, and I'm choosing this one not just because it's the fastest, but also because I heard that it's challenging and I want to challenge myself. Alright, there it is, looming over us. An Irish beast. We're switching cameras. We're going ham. Let's go.
Every step needs to be a sure one. I'm starting my timer now. Tony
Tony is the fella I spoke to last night about the climb, who could probably do the hike with his eyes closed.
told me that I should be able to do this in 20 minutes. Not sure about that. I'm gonna give that double. Maybe he's a bit generous, but let's see. So beautiful. I was also warned that when you're going up the devil's ladder, that you have to be more careful of who's in front of you, because if they're not experienced and they kick back rocks, well, sayonara to you. The guys next to me threw down, well, they didn't throw down, but they kicked back some rocks, and it's exactly what I was warned about, so thank you, Tony and Mary.
Alright, we're halfway up. Well, halfway up the devil's ladder. But look at this view.
You're right where you need to be. Don't lose your head. Almost at the top now. Not much farther. Almost there. Keep your head. Yes.
That was so much fun. Holy wow. What a challenge, but so much fun. I just kept thinking, like, this is what I live for. Like, this is amazing. Made it up to the devil's ladder. Taking a little water break. Oh, and it took me 50 minutes. So not too bad, I think. And that's the peak up there. I can definitely understand all of the warning signs now coming up that devil's ladder. If I didn't have experience and I wasn't like confident in my abilities, there's no way in hell that I could have done that. No way. It's good to be brave, it's good to conquer your fears, but at the same time, it's good to be smart.
I'm in the clouds, the Irish clouds. Tastes like Guinness. It feels to me like every single Irish person that I pass, it's like a motivational coach. I just love it. Hi, how are you? You alright? Great job, well done. Like, just fucking loving it. I do have to say though, it throws me off still a little bit when I'm asked, are you okay? You alright? I'm like, do I not look alright? But I know that's just the greeting. I can't believe it. I'm almost at the top of the fourth peak of this insane journey. Exciting project. And all I can think about is food. Oh, I see the famous cross.
This is it! Fourth peak! Ah! Oh my gosh. I almost just fell. Wouldn't that be funny? Get all the way up to the top here and then boom. Wow. Wow. Fourth peak. This is incredible. I'm not allowed to have favorites. But this is stunning. And I'm told that it's very rare that you get to see this kind of a view, because normally there's wind and lots of cloud, but so beautiful. Ireland is gorgeous with amazing people. With that, had my sandwich, had a nice little chat, and gonna head down. Not going down the Devil's Ladder, going down the zigzags here, because it's getting a bit chilly up here. You know, when your sweat dries a little bit, you gotta get moving again. So onwards. And I've met lovely Sinead here.
Hi.
And she came up all by herself as well. So we're gonna go down a little bit here until we get bored of each other, I guess. 3 hours up and 3 back down. Meeting Sinead was exactly what kept my jelly legs going. She told me about her life, the donkey sanctuary she works with, and how these furry cuties can live a life without suffering thanks to what they do there. We chitter-chattered about everything until we parted ways.
I keep like out of the corner of my eye looking down and thinking, nope. Oh, don't look down. I'm not usually afraid of heights, but oh.
I never would have guessed that the most memorable parts of climbing Carrauntoohil would be the people I met along the way, before, on, and after the trail. Back at the tent, that was an incredible journey. Oh, just absolutely divine. From the sunrise this morning to climbing the Devil's Ladder, such a great challenge, and then meeting so many cool people, having a great conversation, made a new friend. Oh, come on, Ireland, what more can you give me? Wow. Gonna do some stretches and then, you know, carry on. So make sure you subscribe for the next Irish adventure. See you next time, my friends. Just want to say a big thank you to all my patrons, because this month you got me a new hard drive so that I could have all of the Ireland footage in one spot just before my old one crashed. So if you're curious about Patreon, hit the link in the description below and maybe I'll see you in there. But I will see you for the next video. Ciao, my friends. Take care.